Hey fans, Leonard F. Chikarason here. Recently I was given an assignment by our Director of Fun, Wink Vavasour, for a one-on-one sit-down interview with Tim Donst. Now folks, you've seen his actions over the last several months, and I'll be honest with you, I was a little leery about sitting down with him. I wasn't really sure exactly what Tim Donst I was going to get. During the course of this interview, he says a lot of things, both about me personally and the wrestling business as a whole, and I want to apologize to you for my actions in regards to what happens during the course of this interview, but I think we have enough usable footage for a very compelling interview. So fans, won't you please join me in dissecting Tim Donst? Tim, do you love wrestling?
What do you mean, Chikarason, do I love wrestling?
Well, I know the last 3 months of your career have been a little bit dismal, but was there ever a time where you loved professional wrestling?
There's a time, Chikarason, that I not only loved professional wrestling, but I loved life. I thought there was a time that professional wrestling was going to provide that good future for me, or else I wouldn't even began training in the first place.
That's right, when you began training some 7 years ago at the CHIKARA Wrestle Factory.
8, Chikarason, that was 8 years ago.
And I forget how long you were in training back in those days.
That was 3 long years, Chikarason. 3 long years. Did I set up the rings? Did I do security? Did I pay my dues? And for what, Chikarason? Do you know how many students I saw debut before me? Huh? I can't count the number, Chikarason. I don't know what it is. I had an amateur background, right? I was a collegiate success. I was captain of my varsity wrestling team, and yet for some reason, no debut for Tim Donst this month or the month after that, right? Or the year after that, or 3 years after that, Chikarason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Mike didn't sign my training certification because he was afraid, Chikarason, he was afraid of what I would do to professional wrestling, or maybe he knew what professional wrestling would do to me.
But don't you think that extra time in training benefited you? You were 19 years old, and you were being flown across the United States to wrestle on shows everywhere.
That's right, Chikarason. I was in high demand. You're right. You're right. I was all over the place. You might think high demand means, oh, Tim Donst is in this state. Tim Donst is wrestling this name. But to me, high demand means another weekend away from my family, Chikarason. Another weekend away from my friends. You know how many friends I have outside of professional wrestling now, Chikarason?
How many?
None. You know why that is? How many times do you think my friends are going to keep asking me to hang out when I can't this weekend because I have a show in Tupelo, Mississippi, huh? What's my best friend supposed to say when I say, sorry, I can't be the best man at your wedding, Sean. Sorry, I have to be in Virginia this month. It's not a big show. There's only 50 freaking people in the crowd, but who knows? It might lead to something, huh? It might lead to this. But Chikarason, the thing that you have to ask yourself is this. What if it doesn't lead anywhere? What if I lose my friends, Chikarason? What if I lose my family for nothing, huh? What if I lose all that for this, Chikarason? That's the real question here.
You did have a friend, though. You were one half of one of the most popular tag teams in all of professional wrestling in the Sea Donsters.
The moment that CHIKARA threw my career away was the moment they tried to team me with Hydra, that sea monster. You know what the difference is between me and Hydra, Chikarason? Is I'm a wrestler. I've always wanted to be a wrestler, and hence I am a wrestler. I'm the only real wrestler. Hydra, Chikarason, is a joke.
With statements like that, why would anyone want to be your friend in wrestling?
Don't you dare beat around the bush. You want to talk about Jakob, Chikarason, just say it. Just say his name. The reason why Jakob continues to befriend me, Chikarason, is because he gets it. You don't. The boys in the back don't. The fans certainly don't.
What does the Young Lions Cup mean to you, Tim?
Hollow Wicked is not a wrestler. Hollow Wicked is a god. Kingston, you're not king!